Imagine if a large part of the Earth breaks off and falls into the sea, causing 100-foot high waves to wipe out entire cities. Or if a supervolcano erupts, lowering the Earth's temperature so drastically that we enter a new ice age. Or perhaps a deadly monster awakens beneath the ice, spreading destruction to every corner of the world with its heat. This isn't science fiction, but natural threats that could end human life in one blow. Today we will discuss 4 dormant natural disasters on Earth that have the potential to destroy the world. According to scientists, these natural disasters are inevitable. But the question is, when? Let's first talk about the Doomsday Glacier. Although its name is actually the Thwaites Glacier, it is called the Doomsday Glacier for a reason, which you'll soon understand. We all know that sea levels are rising day by day, creating new challenges for humanity. But how significant these challenges will be and how much time we have left depends entirely on this Doomsday Glacier. Located in western Antarctica, this glacier plunges over a kilometer deep in some places, deeper than the height of the Burj Khalifa. Stretching 120 kilometers wide, it is also the broadest glacier in the world, covering an area of 192,000 square kilometers. For years, this glacier has been melting faster than the rest of Antarctica, and it has already contributed to a 4% rise in sea levels. But its location is the most dangerous aspect. Thwaites Glacier is a small part of the West Antarctic ice sheet, yet its melting could trigger the collapse of the entire sheet, which could raise sea levels by 3 meters or nearly 10 feet in the coming years. This is because the glacier is located right in the middle of the West Antarctic ice sheet. Experts believe that the stability of the entire sheet depends on the Thwaites Glacier. If it continues to melt, it will cause the collapse of all of West Antarctica, leading to the submergence of coastal cities like Mumbai, New York, Jakarta, Bangkok, and Dhaka. Due to these rising sea levels, millions of people will be displaced, creating major challenges for the world. But the bad news doesn't stop there. Scientists say that this process has already started. Using a robotic submarine, researchers have discovered that the glacier is melting from below. The warm water underneath is eroding the glacier's base. According to an international team of scientists, there are fractures within the glacier, which means it could break apart and collapse much faster than anticipated. Experts believe that within the next 5 to 10 years, this glacier might reach its tipping point, making it unstoppable. Moving on to the second disaster, let's talk about Yellowstone, a beautiful national park in the United States, famous for its geysers, mountains, and lush valleys. But beneath this beauty lies a ticking time bomb, a supervolcano. You might not believe it, but Yellowstone National Park is sitting atop one of the world's largest active volcanic systems. The volcano's magma chamber is so large that it could fit 11 Grand Canyons inside it. If it erupts, the consequences would be catastrophic. In the past 2.1 million years, Yellowstone has erupted 3 times, with the last eruption occurring 640,000 years ago. Many experts believe that Yellowstone is overdue for another eruption. If it erupts again, it could release so much ash and toxic gases into the atmosphere that sunlight would be blocked for several years. This could lead to a volcanic winter, causing global food shortages and mass extinctions. According to experts, such an eruption could cover much of the US with ash several feet thick. Now let's move to the third disaster, an asteroid impact. Although this may sound like science fiction, history tells us otherwise. 66 million years ago, a 10-kilometer wide asteroid struck Earth near Mexico. This collision wiped out the dinosaurs, along with 75% of all life on Earth. Experts say such collisions are rare but inevitable. NASA is constantly monitoring thousands of near-Earth objects to predict any potential threats. Recently, NASA's DART mission demonstrated that it is possible to deflect asteroids using spacecraft. While this is a step forward, it's not guaranteed to protect us from all asteroid threats. Finally, let's discuss the fourth disaster, a global pandemic. Although we've just experienced the COVID-19 pandemic, scientists warn that much deadlier viruses could emerge in the future. As humans continue to encroach upon wildlife habitats, the chances of new diseases jumping from animals to humans increase. Experts believe the next pandemic could be caused by an unknown pathogen, often referred to as Disease X. The big question is, are we prepared for these disasters? While we may not be able to prevent them entirely, global cooperation and advanced technology can help us minimize their impact. What do you think about these potential disasters? Let us know in the comments below.